So, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us for this quick moment. We're going to talk a little bit about the bourbon and wine cruise that we have sailing for 2025. This is a really exciting trip. And of course, we're honored to have with us today Scott Harper. Scott, a pleasure to spend some time with you. Wow, what an honor. One of only 275 master somms in the world. So, just traveling with you alone is such an honor. But you have more of a story. Tell us a little bit about your history or passion for bourbon.
Well, I'm a native Louisvillian, and it would be odd to be in Louisville, kind of the urban epicenter, and not be, someone who's interested in it, enjoys the history. And of course, being a master sommelier, you're already predisposed to being a geek about a number of beverages and stuff like that. So I've kind of grown up all around it and hence have an appreciation for it.
That's wonderful. And so give us a little bit of an idea what you think one might experience on this cruise. Of course, this was your brainchild. So you had this thought when you were on our Grand France cruise. So tell us a little bit about how you came up with the idea and what you envisioned for this trip.
I'll tell you, KK, it was kind of the passengers because once they found out I was from Louisville, they said, "Oh, are we going to do a bourbon tasting? Oh, are we going to have a bourbon seminar?" And I was like, "Well, looks like we got Four Roses Yellow Label behind the bar, so I don't think we can quite do that, but maybe we'll do something like that in the future." And obviously, many of the people that were on the cruise are from Louisville, but not all. Enjoy a bourbon before dinner, enjoy a bourbon after dinner, and we thought, wow, wouldn't that be a great thing to have as a prelude before dinner or after dinner? And if you're from Louisville, and then of course bourbon is huge right now, it certainly is a nice aperitif or after dinner drink at any time, whether you're on a boat in on the rivers of Bordeaux or not.
So, speaking of Bordeaux and this incredible itinerary, we are going to the fascinating ports along the Dordogne and the Garonne rivers. So, tell us a little bit about what excites you about this itinerary and how the wine and the bourbon will be working together.
Well, Bordeaux is literally a fascinating region. I've been there before. I very much enjoyed it. I'm excited about going back. And one thing I think that many people don't realize is the diversity. I mean, we always think of Bordeaux as being some of the best red wines in the world, but they also make white wine, sparkling wine, rosé, and dessert wine. So we're really going to see a diverse wine region that is Bordeaux. And it's kind of funny you said, how do you picture bourbon going with this? I once did a seminar in Louisville for the Bourbon Affair that was wine for the bourbon drinker. And I think you could also say bourbon for the wine drinker because while they're in some way mutually exclusive, it's not as if you can't have a cocktail before having dinner that is a Bordeaux wine dinner, and certainly afterwards. And that's what we intend to do. It's certainly, it's a wine cruise with bourbon, and we'll have one bourbon seminar to help everyone get up to speed with some of the primer topics of bourbon. But I think they're just two delightfully very high quality beverages that are noteworthy of a trip and us eating and drinking with them.
Well, it sounds like fun. Well, thank you so much for taking a quick time with us. And is there anything else that you want to share with our guests that might encourage them to join you next year?
Well, I'm just happy to share my experiences in both bourbon and Bordeaux. I have a Great Pyrenees named Bordeaux, young puppy. So I got to be enthusiastic about Bordeaux to name my one of my dogs about it. But it's gonna be a great trip. Lots of fun, lots of entertaining information, good food, good drinks. Can't wait to go.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much again for your time. And everyone, I hope that you join us on the Bourbon and Wine Cruise in October of 2025.
Thank you, KK.